Alright, friends, welcome to my humble abode. A sweet place where I live. No, this is my car. Clearly. The reason I'm filming in here is because every place that I have gone to try to film this, there have been people. And I do not like people to be around when I am filming things because I'm self-conscious. So, this past week, I have been back from college. Great college experience. And since I've been back, I visited with a bunch of old friends and families and kind of have been going around and seeing places where I used to spend like a whole lot of time. And it's really struck me as I've been here, especially talking to or seeing old faces, how much they have changed or how much these places have changed. It's really struck me how much change is inevitable. And I mean, I know I know that change is happening all the time and people have their own lives or whatever, but it's different to come back to a place where you have all these ideas about people and, pictures of places ingrained into your head about what they are or look like, and to come back and see them changed is really jarring. And I mean, it's different when you're changing as a person, because whenever you change, you're with yourself all the time, like every day, every second. So any change that's happening is usually happening slowly and over time. And since you're with yourself all the time, I mean, you don't really notice it until you look back at like a photo or a video, or I read a journal entry and I'm like, wow, like my perspective on this has changed a lot. It's really shown me how much I am wrapped up in my own life. And I mean, this isn't inherently bad, because we have to be, involved in our own lives, and as individuals, we're selfish creatures and things. And seeing this change in other people and my reaction to it, being so shocked by it, really kind of jolted me, and I was like, wow, why is this so shocking to me? Like, I know people have their own lives, but it's because I'm so wrapped up in myself that I don't even consider the fact that every single person has their own world, has their own life, has their own friends. And as I was thinking about that, it just kind of amazed me. And it may seem stupid or obvious or whatever, but the fact that every single person has their own individual life, that they have their own perspectives, that they're each so different. And I think one of the reasons why that is so crazy for me to think about, is a lot of times it's easy for me to project myself onto others, or to see myself in others, and kind of start to see people as different versions of myself. And, which, I mean, it's not bad in some ways, because you get to see like, oh yeah, like I have this in common with this person, or I'm really similar to this, and you start to have empathy with other people. But when you start to kind of see people just as different versions of yourself, you forget the fact that they are their own person with an individual life and different perspectives, and very different from myself, even if we have similarities. And the fact that those people, all of those people, not only have their own lives and individual whatever, but they also are probably wrapped up in their life and thinking the same thing about me. Like, it's kind of like... And whenever I think about that, I get this image in my head of just millions of people, a huge crowd of people, and each person has light coming off them, just surrounding them, like their own individual color of light, texture of light, just coming off of them, like all these little worlds, and we're all colliding with each other. But it's important to remember that we all are separate. Even though we're connected, we're all separate. We all have our own ideas about why we're here, what we're doing. It's important to kind of jumble up your assumptions about things. And that really hit me this week with the fact that I was so shocked by change. I was so shocked by it when I know about change. I know that change is inevitable, and I know that's always happening. But the fact that I was so shocked about it, I was like, whoa. People have their own lives. Life goes on without me. a tree does make a sound when no one's around to hear it, because life goes on and it's not about me. So recently I had the death anniversary of a friend, and thinking about that and also thinking about change, this sentence came to mind. And that sentence was, "We are all leaves destined to fall." And when I was thinking about that, it really hit me. It was like, this is the perfect kind of metaphor or whatever for change, for death, for, constantly evolving people. Because each leaf doesn't know when they're going to fall. They don't know how they're going to fall. But all these leaves don't know. The only thing they do know is the fact that they're going to fall. That they are going to fall. And that's the same thing with us. Because we don't know, a lot of times, we don't know when things are going to change. We don't know when things are going to get mixed up. We don't know when someone's going to die. We don't know when we're going to die. But we know it's going to happen. And kind of just accepting that, being able to accept that or just sit with that is really important, because we can't change the fact that change is inevitable. I'm saying change so much. But we can't change that. And that's okay. So...